Okay, scholars, today we are going to look at the most basic setup for an introduction. Some of you are pretty good writers already, and so if you want to go beyond this, that is no problem at all. Don't feel limited by what you're going to see in this presentation. But for those of you that don't feel confident in writing an introduction, this is going to walk you through it. It's our 3-sentence problem solution introduction. Step number 1 is the most important step, and you can use this all the way up through college, any paper that you write. It's the idea of funneling. So if you think about the shape of a funnel, it starts really broad and then it narrows down to something specific. So that's what we want to do. We want to start with a really broad idea and narrow down to a thesis. Somebody give me their paper topic. What's the problem that you're going to be writing about in your paper? Greece's debt. Okay. So what you might want to start off talking about, Jacob, is the economies of countries in general. Maybe talk about capitalism in general or bailouts in general. And then you're going to narrow it down to Greece by the end of your introduction. What's another paper that you know you're going to write about? Who's got one? Isabella, what are you going to write about? So what in Afghanistan? Water pollution in Afghanistan. So you can start off really broad, maybe about the importance of water in the world, the importance of water to a country, to a human being, and then you're going to narrow it down specifically to that problem in Afghanistan. Okay. So hopefully everybody gets the idea. Whatever your topic is, start super broad. Make a very general statement about its importance to the world in general, and then narrow down to your topic. Now, here's my essay that I'm writing. This is the one on why we should wear school uniforms. So I'm going to start off, kids can be cruel to each other in a way that few adults can imagine. So all I'm talking about right now is kids and how cruel they can be to each other. All right, so I haven't narrowed it down to anything. You don't even know what my problem is yet. I've just started with a very general idea. Any questions about funneling? Okay. The next step is going to be to introduce the problem. So in your most basic introduction, that'll be your second sentence. Your second sentence. So in my essay, I'm going to show you the problem. I'm going to say one of the ways that kids show their cruelty is making fun of the way that other kids dress. All right. So now I've narrowed it down to something specific. And then in sentence number 3, sorry, does anybody need more time here? Give you a second. Got overexcited. Now you don't have to type my example. You just want to get the basic idea of introducing the problem. All right. And then number 3, you are going to present... Oh, that'll be funny on the video. You are going to present the thesis. Now this is a word that you need to be very familiar with. Hopefully you covered it last year with your 9th grade teacher. But it is generally the last sentence of the introduction, and it is the roadmap to the paper. When I read your thesis, I should know where you stand on the issue, and I should also know how your paper is going to be organized. So here we go. Students use clothes to make fun of each other, semicolon. Therefore, requiring students to wear uniforms would solve this problem. All right. So now you know where I'm going. Now you know what my solution is, and that is my thesis. Now, a couple of things that you don't want to do. Say don'ts. Don't use evidence in the introduction. So when you've got your research that you're going to use to back up your point, the introduction is not the place for that. We want to pull that into your body paragraphs when you get into specifics. You could use a general quote in the introduction, just as kind of a grabber of attention. Sometimes people will start out essays with an interesting quote or something. But that's different from your research that you're going to bring in to support your points. Don't have less than 3 sentences. I think that'll cover it for right now. Does anybody have any questions about introductions? Okay. Go ahead and submit those notes and see if you can make just a little bit of progress on your introduction and your world problem essay today.